Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I am Liz Quinn, your lead Scentsy consultant. So today I have for you number 7 in our series of top 10 of all time for me personally. And the good news is a few of these just came fresh out of my last haul, out of the box, so you can get them on my website. So let's get started with my very favorite floral bar of all time. And this is my very favorite spring summer bar that Scentsy has ever produced. And that is going to be the beautiful and sadly retired Summer Holiday. This bar is my third favorite bar of all time. First is Cozy Fireside, second is Cozy Chai, third is Summer Holiday. It is the most amazing mixture. It's got tiger lily, it's got amber, it's got freesia, it's got orange, and it's got vanilla, all in this one bar. And it is soft, and it is complex, and it is so much like a May or June day. Just the very, very beginnings of summer. Sweetness, and almost like you're going on the most fabulous vacation. So this bar is very difficult to describe. The closest thing that we have in the catalog right now does not smell like it, but it's got that wonderful complex, very interestingly creamy concoction going on, and that is Mountain Sunset. Different scent profile, same type of smell. So if you have this in your club or you're able to pick it up in a flash sale or something like that, it is truly, truly, truly one of my favorite bars from Scentsy of all time. Second is a bar that many of you are probably not going to like, but when you're talking about florals, there are heady florals and there are fruity florals, and most of what I like are heady florals. So Tiare and Coconut was in our Island Days collection last year. It is in my club and it is amazing. This bar is one of those coconut suntan floral, just fantasticalness bars. It's nice and strong. It's fantastic with lush gardenia. It's fantastic with a more like straight coconut smell. It's great with coconuts for coconuts. It's just a fabulous bar if you like a super strong summer suntan floral. Oh, and I love anything with coconut, and it just makes me incredibly happy. The third bar on this table is another recently retired floral, and that is Lush Gardenia. Now, Lush Gardenia, when I started melting Scentsy bars, all I ever heard was that Lush Gardenia had a bad rap, that it's going to give you a headache, and that you should never touch it. The two bars that I feel we've had over time, one of them we still carry, or at least we did last fall winter, Cinnamon Bear and Lush Gardenia. I feel like they get so much abuse, but they're both fantastic bars. So Lush Gardenia is almost all gardenia, and I'm not sure if there's a little bit of tuberose in the background or not. A lot of people are very sensitive to that smell, but when you put this thing in the warmers, it is the most creamy, dreamy, white floral fantasy. And it is a good, strong, kind of medium strong in my house. It's not as strong as some bars for me. And I just absolutely love it. It's a fabulous performer, and again, this one is in my club. The next one is a bar that really caught me by surprise. I did not think I was going to love this. I kept it in my club for a while to get a stack. I don't melt florals a lot. They're not the category that I am drawn to first, although I really do appreciate them more than I think. When I was picking this stack out, I thought, you know what? I like florals. It's just that there's a short window in which I feel that they're appropriate in my life. But the beautiful Disney Cinderella bar from last year, if any of you have used this and smelled this, you will know what I mean. This is an incredible bar. It's gardenia and frosted lemon, and it is out of this world. I always want to say there's magnolia in here, but I'm pretty sure it's gardenia. It's very hard to describe. It is elegant, it is gentle, and it looks like this color blue, like the smell and the looks go together. It's a good performer. It really surprised me how much I liked it, and I hope that if we have this back in the future, if you like things like Lush Gardenia, you've got to try this Cinderella bar. And that is a little bit more gentle. That's more of a medium at best throw. Then the next one is a tropical lush scent that I think is best categorized as a floral because of the jasmine. And this is coming back in the June Bring Back My Bar, and that is the beautiful, and it's been gone a long time, White Sands. This has rice milk and jasmine in it. This bar is creamy and subtle. Where a lot of the other ones that I just showed you will knock you out of the house, this is smooth and subtle. So complex, very difficult to describe. It is a unique bar. Oh, it's good. It is so good. So you have got to try this if you have not. Put it in a bedroom or a medium-sized space when it comes back in June and bring back my bar. And I would think 75 to 80% of the people that try this will fall in love with it. It's incredible. The next one is a bar that I was able to get a stack of in last season, like I think early spring, early summer, the flash sales. And I was so excited because this is one of my favorite scent of the months of all time. And that is the very unique Spring Forward. This has the oddest notes. I think it's got bergamot, quince, and raspberry jam. Tell me if I'm wrong because I didn't look them up before I started filming. This is a juicy, almost woodsy, bright, springy floral. And you know how sometimes in the spring, on a day when you're not really getting a lot of open flowers, there is almost a warm earthiness to the smells outside? But it's not like a fall earthiness. It's bright and crisp. Spring Forward is incredible, and I love it. And now I have 7 or 8 of them, and I am going to happily melt a ton of this in probably April, May, and maybe June. Such a lovely bar. The next one is probably the most realistic floral I have ever smelled from Scentsy, and that is the fabulous Blue Hyacinth. This was a one-season wonder. I do not understand why it was only in our spring-summer catalog one season, and then we got it back for Bring Back My Bar. This truly smells like hyacinths, which is one of my absolute favorite flowers in the spring of all time. It just is the smell of Easter for me, even more than Easter lilies. Blue hyacinth just smells like the forced bulbs you get in the grocery store or you put them in Granny's corsage. The best, most gorgeous floral like ever. If you've never tried this and you find a way to get a bar, please do. It is fantastic. Then the next one on my list is one of our new releases, and of course it pretty much goes with the Tiare and Coconut and the Lush Gardenia, and that is the new Soak and Raise. And this is a little bit brighter. It's a little bit less traditional of a suntan floral. It's got mandarin and ocean air, and there's one more note, and I just... greasy. Just did another video on this, and I'm still spacing on the other note in here. It's so good. But it is more suntan than floral when you compare it to something like the Tiare and Coconut, which is really, really floral. So this one is really nice, and I cannot wait to melt more. The next one on my list is another one that I was waiting for my shipment to do this video, and that is the Fantastic Hibiscus Pineapple. Now, if you don't really like florals, try Hibiscus Pineapple. This is a beautiful, sort of creamy tropical that they have in the floral category, but it's got pineapple in it, and it's got hibiscus, and it has mandarin. Oh, it's mandarin that's in the Soak and Raise. I think I said that. I don't know. Ocean air mandarin. No, it's the other thing that I can't remember. Orange blossom or something. This Hibiscus Pineapple is such a good, solid bar. I think if I was going to do a top 10 for our current spring-summer catalog, this would have to be in there because it's such a solid performer, and I think it would appeal to most people. It's not got that headache-inducing floral quality that some of the others that I just checked off on my list have. This is really, really, really nice. And then last in my top 10 is the one that they retired, which was last year's one season wonder, and that is the beautiful Paradise Petals. And this one has orange blossom and white blooms and orange zest, and it's so beautiful. It's bright and sassy and juicy and so good. It smells a little bit like Clinique Happy. It's a very good bar, and I am sad. I have a stack, but I am sad that they did not bring this back this season. I thought it was amazing. So then we get into my other 10, which would be the B team. Now, the first one in this stack is one of my favorite florals of all time. But I think more of you hate this one even than Lush Gardenia. And I knew I needed to straighten this up before I started filming, whatever. And that is Sun-Soaked Petals. I love this bar. It sends me straight back to the Tulip Festival in Holland, Michigan when I was a kid. It smells exactly like a huge field of daffodils. I know that this has currant, it's got water mint, and it's got this sunny daffodil. No, this smells like a ray of sunshine. It is so good, and I did not put it in my club. I knew it was going to not make another season because not enough people liked it. Because I only melt 1 bar a year, this thing is a powerhouse, so I have enough for 5 seasons. At some point, I'll see it back somewhere in something and I'll get more. I absolutely love this bar, but I know most of you don't. The next one is a very obscure scent of the month, and if any of you have a stack of this, I would love to know about it because I love Spring Forward. This, I think, let me know if it was. I think it was the spring of 2020 that this was released, and the world just kind of stopped, and we didn't do a lot for a while. This has vetiver in it. I know it does, and I think maybe magnolia blossoms. I didn't look up the notes. My younger daughter hates this because she doesn't like the vetiver in it. I love this smell. I want to get more of this smell. I'm just not quite sure where to find it, and I've never seen it for Bring Back My Bar voting. Spring Forward is a very green but also creamy and sharp spring floral. It's fabulous. The next one is in our catalog, and it is a very nice bar. I put it in my B stack because it's not a fabulous performer. It's just a beautiful bar, though, and that is Aloha Citrus. This has vetiver, jade blossom, and this floaty, beautiful quality. This is one of the prettiest scents. It's great in a car bar. It actually performs very well in that product. You have to baby this in your warmer. It is so hard to describe this smell, and I absolutely love it. I wish this was in fragrance mist or some sort of a bath or body product. I would wear it. So elegant and gorgeous. In a sense, it's a little bit like Spring Forward, but far more ladylike and floral. Really, really nice. The next one is in my club, and I love this bar, and that is the amazing, lush, creamy, tropical floral Bora Bora Blossom. It's so good. I do not know when this was offered at first, and I thought I was just going to throw this thing in my club for a little while and get over it. I've liked it better and better the longer it's in my club. It is creaminess. I know that there are island fruits and orchid and something lush and creamy, maybe a coconut in here. Totally addictive. One of my favorite summer floral bars. It's amazing. And then the next one, I know that they have this in the fruity category, but I think it's equal parts fruity and floral, and that is the very, very happy Star Apple and Freesia. And I don't think that I put this in my fruity group. If I did, forgive me if I'm double dipping on it, but this was in our Island Days collection before, and it's so good. I love Freesia. My favorite floral notes are Freesia and jasmine, and then I do like rose. I guess I like magnolia, and I guess that I like gardenia. And I also love hyacinth, but that's sort of a very just to the 1 bar specific kind of a floral. Oh man, this is so good. It's happy, it's juicy, it's fruity, it's amazing. And I am thinking maybe I already included it, but you can see I like it a lot if I decided to put it in both. The next one is the stodgy but very, very solid Lilacs and Violets, which most people I think that like floral do like this one. This one is not my personal favorite, but it's so solid and needed to be honored and included here. It is an equal amount of lilac and violet, and it is very traditional and elegant. The next one is one that we had a long time ago as a Mother's Day, and I do love rose, and I think this is one of the better roses that we have had from Scentsy because it's rose, but yet it's kind of like it's going on an ocean walk, so it's not too, I mean, it's overwhelming if you hate rose, but if you like rose, it's not too much rose. It's so pretty. It's just, reminds me of Yankees Roses of the Cliff Walks, which is one of my favorite, it's an old, I think, retired Yankee scent. Favorite candles in the rose category of all time. This is beautiful. That was Bloomin' Beach. And then last but not least, I've got a couple that are maybe not my favorites, but I wanted to round out what I do have in my collection of floral, and that would be Flower Child, which is gorgeous. I think this one is, what is in this? I think this one has maybe a little bit of sandalwood and then a couple of really nice light creamy florals. It's very pretty, hard to smell. The last time that I used this in my basement, though, somehow those last 2 cubes smelled more than the last 2 bars I've ever used. It was very nice. This one I had not smelled until we got it for Bring Back My Bar last summer, and those of you who are devotees of it, I understand why. It's very pretty. And then the other one that went with that was Forever Yours. And I think I might even like the scent profile of this better, but again, this thing is hard to smell. Oh, but this is so pretty. This is this light, creamy, ethereal, feminine floral. Oh, again, I don't remember what the notes are in this. It's addictive, though. It's sweet. It's light. And this, I think, has improved in strength over the course of about 9 months. This is good. I think I'm going to pop this in my warmer in my bedroom soon. Forever Yours is very nice. And then last but not least is a light, but I love this in the bedroom, Sweet Floral. This is, you can't even read it with the ring light, Sweet Amber and Freesia. This is actually one of my favorites for relaxing any time of the year in a bedroom. And it has amber and it has freesia. And the balance, the amber keeps it warm, but the freesia keeps it soft. I love this bar. Oh, so good. And honestly, I've compared this to Starburst Sky, except Starburst Sky is a little bit more updated. It's less Bath and Body and a little bit more cutting edge. It's got a couple of notes in it that I don't prefer to Sweet Amber and Freesia, but it is similar. So this was really, really good. I liked it a lot. And I have a few bars in my stash. So that would be my top 20. I think it's exactly 20 because the citrus and the floral categories, I had more trouble getting ample volume of bars. But man, oh man, there are some real beauties here. And my favorite, of course, of all time was Summer Holiday. Let me know what your favorite florals are. Let me know if you can't do florals, but then there's that 1 or 2 bars that do work. That would be so important in the comments, guys, because if there's someone who would like to try a floral but they're afraid, if you have successful florals but you're headache prone, please leave that in the comments. And then the last of this series is going to be my oddballs. And I'm really excited to film this video because it gave me a chuckle. My kids and I just sorted through all the bars. So there are 2 things to consider in my oddball filming. The first 10 are going to be just, they're weird, but I love them. And the second 10 are going to be bars that I don't really talk about much, but in their own way, they're unique and they're good. Not necessarily oddball, like weird. Just, they don't get enough press, and I appreciate them on certain days in my life. So that will be the very last one, so that will make a total of 8 videos. I hope you guys have enjoyed this Top 10 of All Time series. This is Elizabeth Quinn with Elizabeth Scenes and Scents. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.